In today's video, we're going to show you 7 bad things that high-functioning anxiety makes you do.
Depression and anxiety associated with the pandemic.
Teenagers and young adults are becoming more anxious, depressed, solitary because of the increased use of social media.
Nearly 57 million people are suffering from depression.
By becoming familiar with these mistakes, you can hopefully avoid making them. The first bad thing that high-functioning anxiety makes you do is constantly overthinking and overanalyzing. Overthinking can be useful when you're carefully planning a business, or it'll help you become slightly more self-aware, but most of the time, it's pretty damaging. You waste a lot of precious time because you're thinking of scenarios or situations that have either happened years ago in the past or haven't happened in the future. Either way, overthinking or overanalyzing things can be very much exhausting because you're never living in the moment. You're constantly engaging in your own thoughts revolving around your worst fears, which will only increase your anxiety and cause you more emotional pain. Overthinking and overanalyzing everything can also seriously affect your relationships with other people as well. Because when someone says something, you may tend to clarify it negatively by overanalyzing it. You're constantly thinking about what could go wrong and how you'll respond if that happens. They also end up being people pleasers for everyone else because they can't make peace with doing anyone the wrong way. They also have a lot of negative thoughts and feelings about themselves that they always doubt themselves as for their own skills and talent. As human beings who are highly evolved and are compared to most other species in this world, our brains almost have a mind of their own. We have an inner conscious mind, an inner voice that regularly talks to us, and it can become very much easy to overthink or overanalyze things if we just keep listening to that inner voice. The more we link with it or listen to it, the more we stimulate it. Overthinking is strongly linked to anxiety. And most people who overthink or overanalyze their thoughts and feelings do have high-functioning anxiety. Number 2, fear of failure and striving for perfection. High-functioning anxiety is a very tricky one. Meanwhile, it makes you more productive, more well-organized all the time, and better able to fix problems. While on the other hand, it makes you feel like a failure when your hard work doesn't meet up with your high expectations. And that because your high-functioning anxiety makes you strive for perfection in everything that you can. Fear of failure can be so strong that avoiding failure decreases the motivation to succeed. Self-doubt about doing things incorrectly causes many people to unknowingly ruin their chances for success. Fear of failure keeps us from trying, which creates self-doubt, and it also may lead us to go against our standards. Being raised in circumstances where you were taught that failure is intolerable can also cause fear of failure to be a learned behavior. You also have people in your life who gave you conditions and enforced fear-based rules. An individual who strives for perfection can also feel that failure is so terrible that they don't even try to do such a thing. Stepping outside your comfort zone becomes terrifying. Our very own ego usually leads us to want to aim for perfection and are wanting to please others. Number 3 is insomnia, which can be caused due to your high-functioning anxiety. Insomnia is like the lack of ability to fall asleep or stay asleep during the night, which also results in bad sleep. And it is also found out that it's a very common problem of this generation, one that takes a lot of your energy, mood, and capacity to function properly during the daytime. You struggle while sleeping no matter how exhausted you are, while you can also wake up in the middle of the night and lie awake for hours in the night, carefully watching the clock ticking. But because many people need different amounts of sleep, insomnia is defined by the quality of your sleep, not by just the quantity of your sleep and how you feel after waking up in the morning. Even if you're sleeping 9 hours a night in bed, if you feel drowsy during the day, you may be experiencing insomnia. Emotions such as stress, high-functioning anxiety, and depression can cause insomnia cases. But your daytime habits, such as you consume or drink excessive amounts of caffeine during the day, making your brain even harder to fall asleep later. Other daytime habits that can negatively impact your ability to sleep at night include having an irregular sleep schedule, napping for long hours, eating sugary foods or heavy meals too close to bedtime, and not getting enough exercise or exercising too late in the day. Sleep routine and physical health may also play a role. Just try to recognize all the possible bases of your insomnia. If this insomnia occurs to you, then it is due to your high-functioning anxiety, which results in poor lack of sleep. Number 4. People pleasers and difficulty saying no. When you have high-functioning anxiety, saying no can be incredibly difficult, and it can leave you feeling guilty about it. You always think that you want to be helpful and make other people happy, and sure, that's a nice thing. But more often, the fear of saying no to other people also comes from the urge to avoid conflicts or collusion. Another reason why people are likely to worry about saying no to others is because they don't want to hurt their feelings. Number 5. To live on your past mistakes. Memories of the past can likely connect you with parts of yourself that you've buried and left way behind. It's a human's nature to think about past mistakes or scenarios. But persistently living in your past or thinking about the events that had already happened may cause you anxiety or distress. Due to high-functioning anxiety, you're often stuck in a loop of your constant negative thoughts about the past, and you can't seem to stop even if you want to. Basically, it's a cycle of uncontrolled worries in which you repeatedly return to the same negative thoughts. This loop of negative thought cycle, which goes on and on constantly, can impact your mental health and also strengthen your symptoms if you already live with depression or with high-functioning anxiety. Living in your past means reading or imagining the same chapter of your mistakes over and over again while expecting the ending to be different. It's renewing the wounds and allows opportunities for self-damage. No matter what we do or how we do, time will continue to go on, and days will begin to pass as always. Yeah, we know letting go is easier said than done. It may take some time, but when you begin to recognize that it's time to move on, then you are letting yourself know that you are ready to accept and welcome change. Number 6. Nervous habits. Many habits that you perform when you are nervous, such as leg shaking, foot tapping, nail biting, hair twirling, stuttering, avoiding eye contact, and more. All of these things are habits that are common among people when they are faced with some sort of anxiety that makes them nervous. Nail biting can be a sign of high-functioning anxiety or stress. The repetitive behavior seems to help some people cope up with challenging their emotions. These signs occur because you feel anxious or nervous about something, which can be due to your high-functioning anxiety. Number 7. Difficulty in expressing emotions. You could be hard to read because you seem like you have it all together, even though you're struggling internally. The truth behind that is people with high-functioning anxiety are often very good at hiding their emotions or feelings. Some people in particular may find it extra difficult to show emotions or be emotionally available. People who have issues expressing emotions could also find it difficult to be in relationships, be it romantic or with their own family members. This is because high-functioning anxiety makes it difficult to express feelings, especially when those feelings are negative. You just don't want to make the other person uncomfortable by talking about your negative emotions or feelings. High-functioning anxiety is characterized by excessive worry, guilt, and stress. It can make it very difficult for you to relax and enjoy your life, even when everything seems to be just fine and good. Now, this doesn't mean that you're a bad person or that something is terribly wrong with you. It just means that the way your brain works can be difficult in certain aspects of situations which occur in your life. If you think you might be also experiencing the same symptoms of high-functioning anxiety, then talking with a mental health professional can also help you to address your best concerns about that high-functioning anxiety. So if you enjoyed this video, then like the video and share it with your friends. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on the notification bell. And also check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.